all know why you're here. You're wanting to be the next Prime Minister, and I'm going to dissect every last ounce of your political career before you can stand before the public and offer your leadership to the UK. Mr. Sunak, your former Chancellor who portrayed his boss Boris, resigned, and then you kick-started the fall of Bojo. You're a billionaire goblin who turned his back on the Treasury, and considering you were Boris's right-hand man, I don't think we can have another toxic pleb that's been standing too close to Boris leading this country ever again. You're a former banker and your wife is an heiress. You're both worth around £730 million. So instead of resting your legs at number 10, I would perhaps consider resting your fortune in Monaco or anywhere far, far away from the UK for that matter. Okay, Penny, your ego is probably as large as your hair, but I think you need that in a Prime Minister, in reasonable measures. It's nothing like the uncontrollable arrogance of Boris Johnson, where even on his political deathbed, he couldn't see that his time was up. Okay, Mr. Wallace, I have to say that you're rather bland and there's nothing particularly charismatic about you. Now, I understand you're the current Secretary of Defence, which is probably looking after the incoming media fire aimed towards number 10. Now, you have remained loyal to the Prime Minister, which I respect in some ways, but it also says a lot about your integrity, as you remain one of the few nodding dog ministers, along with your colleague Nadine Dorries, which couldn't stop licking Boris Johnson's derriere in order to keep your jobs. Okay, Liz Truss, you're the Foreign Secretary, but you're another delusional Boris Johnson loyalist. You've been championing Brexit since we left the EU, which included an impassioned speech about cheese imports at the 2015 Conservative Conference. The only thing cheesy about all of this are the embarrassing numbers of ministers that stood by Boris during his final hours, aware of his lies, abuses of power, and convenient lapses of memory that make you, Liz Truss, and your political instincts more mouldy than Stilton. Okay, Mr. Javid, you're another minister that ran away from office, and to be fair to you, at least you realised in your speech the problems start at the top. I find you rather snivelling and dull, to be quite frank. And would you make a good Prime Minister? That is the question. And perhaps until the next general election, you will cruise your way through and then lose against public popularity. Now to him, you're the current Chancellor who took over from Rishi, like this villain from a James Bond novel. I think we need someone like you on the world stage fighting the UK's corner. You've got the suit, the lack of hair, and now all you're missing is the spinning chair and white cat. I would say, Mr. Zahawi, you are hired any day of the week in my eyes. Hello, Mr. Baker. You're this wannabe who claims to have the support of the party, but I've never heard of you. I'd say give it a few more years, maybe some work experience at number 10, then maybe, Mr. Baker, you could find yourself more of a chance of winning over your colleagues and becoming the next leader. Right, I've heard enough excuses, no more lies, no more justifications. Off to the Losers Cafe, and you guys can decide amongst yourselves who deserves to be the next Prime Minister, because I've had enough, the country's had enough. I think we can all conclude that everyone has had it with politics for today.